Portal Dallas Cowboys news fan. Yo, what's up, Cowboys Nation? As a die-hard Cowboys fan here in the States, let me tell you, when you hear whispers about guys like Jesse Luketa, your ears perk up. We're always on the lookout for that next diamond in the rough, that dude who can come in and straight up make an impact. No cap. The talk around the league, especially with those recent reports about the Cowboys working him out, has got us all buzzing. This ain't just another name floating around. This is a potential depth piece, a guy who could seriously bolster our defense, and we all know how much we need that, right? We're talking about a player who brings versatility, a real grinder who knows how to get after it. Jesse Luketa, for those who might not be hip to his game, is a fascinating prospect. He played his college ball up at Penn State, where he showed out as a true hybrid, moving between defensive end and linebacker. That kind of versatility, man, that's gold in today's NFL. The dude's got a motor that just doesn't quit, and he plays with a physicality that you just love to see. He was drafted by the Arizona Cardinals in the 7th round back in 22, and while he hasn't exploded onto the scene as a household name yet, that doesn't mean he can't be a significant contributor. Think about it. A lot of our best players, guys who became absolute beasts, weren't necessarily first-round picks. Sometimes, it's about finding the right fit, the right coaching, and the right system to unlock that potential. Luketa's game is built on power, on relentless effort, and on being able to play multiple spots, which is exactly what our defensive coordinator, whoever that ends up being, needs. Now, let's talk about why the Cowboys specifically might be eyeing a guy like Luketa. We've got Micah Parsons, who's a certified alien, a one-of-a-kind playmaker. But even the best need support, right? We need depth at that edge position, guys who can rotate in, keep the pressure fresh, and ensure our pass rush doesn't fall off a cliff when Parsons needs a breather. Plus, our linebacker core has seen its share of ups and downs. Injuries are a part of this brutal game, and having a guy like Luketa who can seamlessly transition between rushing the passer and dropping back into coverage, or even filling gaps in the run game, is a massive advantage. He's not coming in to be the star, at least not immediately, but he could be that crucial role player, that glue guy that holds the defense together when things get gritty. You know, like when an NBA team needs a defensive specialist off the bench to lock down an opponent's star in the fourth quarter. That's the kind of value Luketa could bring. His playing style, in a nutshell, is pure hustle. He's got a knack for finding the football, and he's not afraid to get his hands dirty. When he was at Penn State, he'd be setting the edge on one play, then dropping back into coverage on the next. That kind of adaptability is something our coaching staff values immensely. Imagine him on special teams too, flying down the field like a heat-seeking missile on kickoffs or punts. Special teams often get overlooked, but they're straight-up game changers, and a guy with Luketa's motor and physicality could be an absolute weapon there. It's about adding more athletes, more players who compete on every single snap. That's the Cowboys way, baby! We want guys who are hungry, who've got something to prove, and who are willing to put in the work. From a fan's perspective, this is the kind of low-risk, high-reward move that can really pay off. We're not talking about breaking the bank for a superstar, but rather meticulously adding pieces to the puzzle. It's like a good baseball general manager building a bullpen. You need those reliable arms, those guys who can come in and get out when it matters most, even if they aren't the ace starters. Luketa could be that reliable setup man for our defense, someone who can spell our primary rushers and linebackers without a significant drop-off in production. He's got the kind of motor that makes you think he's going to make a play on every snap, and that contagious energy is what we need more of on defense. You can tell when a player leaves it all on the field, and from what we've seen, Jesse Luketa is that kind of player. The impact he could have might not show up in highlight reels every Sunday, but it's the kind of impact that wins games in the trenches. Think about those crucial third downs where you need just a little bit more pressure, or when an opponent is trying to run out the clock. Having fresh, hungry pass rushers and stout run defenders is clutch, and Luketa provides exactly that. He could develop into a key rotational player, contributing maybe 20 to 30 snaps a game, but those snaps could be high leverage ones. If he can consistently bring pressure, set the edge, and contribute on special teams, he'll earn his spot on this roster, no question. We've seen players come in and surprise everyone before. Remember how many undrafted guys or late-round picks have become fan favorites here? Luketa has that kind of underdog vibe, and we, as Cowboys fans, absolutely love to root for those guys. It's a testament to our scouting department if they can unearth talent like this. Looking ahead to training camp and preseason, if Luketa does sign, he'll be in a fierce competition. Every spot on this roster is earned, not given. He'd be going up against other young guys, perhaps some veterans looking to prove they still belong. It's a grind, straight up, but that's where you see what a player is truly made of. If he can show out in practice, demonstrate that versatility and relentless motor, he'll definitely catch the coach's eyes. Preseason games are where guys like Luketa make their mark. Those are his tryouts, his chance to show the whole league what he can do. You'll see him fighting for every single rep, trying to make every tackle, every pass rush move count. It's that kind of hunger that separates the guys who stick from the guys who don't. This isn't just about raw talent. It's about the grit, the determination, the will to win. So, for us Cowboys fans, bringing in a player like Jesse Luketa represents more than just a roster move. It's a statement that we're constantly looking to improve, constantly searching for that extra edge. It's about building a complete team, from top to bottom, ensuring we have the depth and versatility to withstand the rigors of a full NFL season and, dare I say it, make a deep playoff run. Every single piece matters, and a versatile, high-motor player like Luketa could be just what the doctor ordered to round out our defensive depth. It's an exciting prospect, and we're all here for it, ready to see him put on that star and dominate. This team, man, they're always cooking something up, and adding someone like Luketa could be another one of those sneaky good moves that nobody expected, but everyone will appreciate when it pays off big time. Let's go, Cowboys! Yo, fellas! Grab a cold one, pull up a stool, because we gotta talk about this Jesse Luketa buzz. Man, straight up, when I heard the Cowboys were working him out, I was like, all right, now we're cooking with gas. You know how we do it here in Dallas. We're always looking for that next guy who can come in and just put in work. The unsung hero, no cap. This ain't some blockbuster trade for a household name, but sometimes those are the moves that pay off in spades. You feel me? Luketa from Penn State. Man, this dude's a grinder. He's that versatile cat. Can play on the edge. Can drop back at linebacker. That kind of flexibility is fire in today's game. It's like when a baseball team has a utility guy who can play all over the infield and outfield. Invaluable. He's not going to be Micah Parsons. Let's be real. Nobody is. But you need guys who can give Parsons a breather. Guys who can rotate in and keep that pass rush fresh. So by the fourth quarter, opponents are still eating dirt. We saw it last year. Man, when our D-line gets tired, things get shaky. Luketa's got that motor, that relentless energy that you just love to see. He's a blue-collar type player, and those are the guys that end up being fan favorites because they just try hard every single snap. And think about special teams. Yo! That's where a lot of these high-motor guys make their bones. A dude like Luketa flying down the field on kickoff coverage, laying people out? That's gold! Pure gold! Special teams can swing games, no lie. It's like a clutch three-pointer at the end of a basketball game. Doesn't always get the headlines, but it wins you the game. We need more depth, especially with how brutal the NFL season is. Guys get dinged up. It happens. Having a guy who can step in and not miss a beat, whether it's rushing the passer, stuffing the run, or just being a menace on special teams, That's what makes a championship contender. This is the kind of smart, under-the-radar move that Jerry and the front office gotta make. You can't just stack up superstars and call it a day. You need those role players, those lunch pail guys who are gonna do the dirty work. It's like building a good offensive line, right? You need those nasty interior guys who don't always get the glory but are straight up essential. That's Luketa's vibe. He's got something to prove. Probably feels like he's got a chip on his shoulder from being a later round pick. And those are the best kind of players to bring into a locker room. They're hungry, they're motivated, and they're gonna compete their tails off. Can't wait to see him in training camp, man. That's where these dudes truly show what they're made of. Every rep is a job interview. You'll see him battling, trying to earn his stripes, and that's what makes camp so insane. Who's gonna make that final roster cut? Luketa's got a real shot if he brings that same fire we saw from him at Penn State. This team needs playmakers everywhere, and a guy who brings that kind of relentless effort and versatility? Yeah, I'm all in on that. Let's see him earn that star, baby. This could be a sneaky good addition, a real power move for our defensive depth. Gotta keep beefing up that D if we want to make a serious playoff push, no question. We're on the hunt for that Lombardi, and every piece matters. How about them Cowboys? Straight up, this season's gonna be wild.